First of all, good morning everyone. And I also want to tell you the homework which you all sent was not appropriate. I have given you the marks, but that was not appropriate. Right? So you need to do your homework. Basically, I am giving one or two questions. Right? I am only giving you one or two questions, and that is not a short type question which you are writing and sending. The math work which you guys done was totally wrong. Only few students, 2 or 3 students have done that properly. Otherwise, all of you just pasted, you all paste the picture of the map. That is not the way of doing map work. You need to make the map and you need to point out the places. When you are reading history, the map should be there in your mind. And if I am giving map work, you cannot paste the pictures in that. I, however, have given the marks, but seriously, if I say you all don't deserve that marks. That is not the map work. Everyone pasted picture. You need to draw the map, you need to do it manually with your hand. Don't paste pictures for that. So the homework was very disappointing. I thought I will get a good homework. After explaining, I am going deeper into the topic. I am teaching you more than your book. Whatever is there in your book, more than that I am explaining. But after that, the answer which I am getting is not satisfying. That is not satisfying me at all. Code down, I explained in such a way that you could have understood. But what you written at last, you just read wrote the things from the book. And in that also, some of the students are so lazy that they are only writing 2-3 lines, and that is the end of the answer. I don't know for what reason. In 2-3 lines, how can you describe a code town? I have taken 2 periods, 2 classes to explain the code town. And how you people are writing 3-4 lines and explaining the code town? I didn't understand anything at all. When I am explaining, you guys are understanding the thing, right? Then why are you writing in such a way that I don't understand? I don't understand the bookish language. And if you guys understand the bookish language, that is very good. Then I will explain the book only. In that language only I will explain. And if you don't understand the bookish language, why are you writing that in your homework? What is the reason of writing the bookish language in the homework? That is not required. I don't want the bookish language in the homework. Write your own answers. What I explained in the class, I am explaining the things in a very simple language. In a very simple language. So whatever you are understanding, you just write that. I don't want the bookish language. From next time, I am not going to give you the marks in the homework. I am literally telling this. Very poor performance in homework. What is court town? The kings used to keep their court in that town, and that town is the court town. This is what you explained, some of the students. So that I can also explain. Like that, I can finish a chapter in a day. One chapter I can finish in one day. In 40 minutes class, I can finish a chapter. Don't do this nonsense. I don't expect this kind of nonsense. Why am I giving 1 or 2 questions? So that you people can write your own answer, think about that, think about the class, and you can construct good answers. That I want. Otherwise, I have the book. You just click the picture from the book and send it to me. That is your homework which you are doing. If you want to write the bookish answer, just click the picture from the book. Simple. The answer completes there. Why to write? Class 7, I am disappointed with the homework. I am literally telling this. And this kind of homework I am not going to take from next time onward. Okay, we'll start chapter 6. This is from history. I would have completed the syllabus. If I will go fast, I can complete the syllabus. But I am not doing that. I am exactly going one point by one so that you can understand the things. And when you are writing the answer, it's such a horrible answer. Why would I write and why would I read that answer? I don't even like to read those answers. Such a useless answer from the book. Okay. I explained the capital or port town and the temple town or the pilgrimage centers. So, like in port town, I explained there were kings. And also we took an example of Thanjavur. And in Thanjavur, what was there? It was a capital and port town as well as it was a temple town. And also, when there is a temple town or port town, we found that the economic activities were high in those towns, and like this, those towns developed. We also discussed how the temple towns were, getting the money, right? How they were getting the money and how they were utilizing that money in the development of the place, right? So any question anyone is having from port town and temple town, from those two topics, anyone is having any question? I also told to read the book for the better understanding. So in that you have some more topics added in the book. So if you find any question from those two topics, you may ask here. Okay. So I given some examples like Vidisha, which was in Madhya Pradesh, then Somnath temple, which was in Gujarat, then Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh. So these were some of the temple towns which actually grew because of the temple, which actually developed because of the temple. Also we were having some of the pilgrimage centers, like we have Ajmer in Rajasthan, then you have the Kashi in Varanasi, then you have the Prayag in Allahabad, then you have Vrindavan. We discussed about Vrindavan, right, in our earlier class. Then you have Sarnath, which is in Uttar Pradesh. Then you have Bodh Gaya, which is in Bihar. Then you have Tiruvannamalai, which is in Tamil Nadu. So these are some of the pilgrimage center of that time, which grew because of pilgrims were coming there, and when they were coming there, they were donating money also, right? So these places also grew. Now in this, a special place is Ajmer. So when Ajmer was actually the capital of Chauhan kings. We have read about the Chauhan kings, new kingdoms, rise of new kingdoms. In that we have read about the Chauhan kings. So Ajmer was the place which was the capital of Chauhan kings. Okay. Now when it came to Mughal period came, this Ajmer became the headquarter of the Shubha. It became the Shubha headquarter. Okay. So many of the Subhas were there. That distribution also we have read, right, in our previous chapter. So Ajmer in Mughal period this place became the super headquarter. Okay. So you need to keep this in mind. So if you go in Ajmer, what was there? It was like a very good example of religious coexistence. Religious coexistence means the Hindu religion and the Muslim religion, they were living with, these two communities were living in such a way, in such a great harmony. Okay, with peace and harmony, they were living, these two communities were living together. Okay, so a religious coexistence was seen in Ajmer. So if you find earlier Chauhan kings were there, it was capital of Chauhan kings, so basically Hindus were there, right? Later came Mughal period. So in Mughal period it became the headquarter of Shubha headquarter. Now Mughals were basically the Muslims, the Turkish, they were actually the Turkish, but so what happened here, earlier it was Hindus, but the Muslims were also there, they came and there was peace and harmony. Okay, these both religions were living together. Okay, now if you see in Ajmer there was a dargah. It was a great Sufi Sant Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti. It is there. So there was a dargah. There is a dargah in Ajmer of great Sufi Sant Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti, and that dargah also attracted many people to visit Ajmer. Okay. Also a Pushkar lake was there. It was also near Ajmer. This Pushkar lake was also near Ajmer, and this Pushkar lake also attracted the pilgrims. Okay. So this was basically an example of Ajmer. Ajmer was a pilgrimage center, and this center actually was the capital of Chauhan kings. At Chauhan kings, when Chauhan kings were ruling, Ajmer was the capital. Now when Mughals came, it became the Shubha headquarter in Mughal period. So Ajmer is having political importance also. Okay. Now as you see, the rulers, the religion of the rulers also changed, and people also were living with great harmony. Okay, great peace. So a religious coexistence was seen in Ajmer. Okay. So Hindu and Muslim, these two communities, they were living together in Ajmer. Now there was a dargah of Sufi Sant Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti, which is there, and that dargah actually attracted many of the pilgrims to visit Ajmer. Also there was a lake near the Ajmer. That name of the lake was Pushkar, and that lake also attracted the people. Okay, so Ajmer was the example of pilgrimage center. Okay. Now we have the commercial towns. We have done the court town and temple town with pilgrimage centers. Okay, and we'll move to the commercial towns now. So in commercial towns, we were having the port towns as well as the trading towns. Okay. So port towns, I already explained that the traders were there who were basically doing the trade with the other countries. The traders used to come from other countries also. So at that time, airplane was not there, no? There was no aeroplane. other countries. Nowadays, what happens? When you go to other countries, how you go? You take aeroplane, right? You go by flying. But that time, aeroplane was not there. So, the water transportation was the way which usually connects the countries. So, what happened? Now, that suppose this is the country, India. Now, here some countries are there, okay, and this is the country. Here you have this here agency, okay. Now if you see how the trading will be done in between two countries. Suppose I need to trade from here. So first I need to travel through land, right, and I need to reach here. These are the port cities, port towns, because they are having ports, right? These towns are having ports. These towns will have the ports because they are on the river, seaside, right? So here these will be the port towns. Now, if I am staying here and I need to go to other country to sell or to buy something, any of the material, so first I need to come and travel here by land, right? Then from here I will take the water transport system. I will use the water transport system and I will go here. I will reach to this port, right? Now after that, suppose I need to go here. Here is a market. Here I need to go. Then again I need to travel through land. So when you see these lines on a small board, it looks very easy. From here we need to travel here and again here. But actually, this is the eastern part of the India and this is the western part of the India. So traveling this will take a lot of time, and that time the transport system was not so advanced, right? So traveling such a long distance for traders was actually a problem. So what people did that time, they actually, the traders, basically the traders, they settled on the port towns. They came and they settled on the port towns. From here also whatever traders were there, they came on the port town and they settled there. Understood? And from here also the people who was in the trade, they came and they settled here. Now only they need to travel this much. Right? Now this traveling will not be there. Yes? So basically what happened, the traders, the people who used to do trade, they basically came and settled near the water transport, like near to the sea or ocean, on the port towns, okay, on the areas which were having ports. So like this, port towns evolved. So like this, emergence of port town happened. Understood? Earlier there were only ports. Now people used to first travel there, and from there they need to go to other country. Then they need to go to the market wherever they want to buy. But later on, the traders basically they settled on the ports. Okay, the cities which were having ports, and like this port towns emerged. Okay, so if you see, our country India is surrounded by seas on the three sides, right? So water transportation system, it was easy in that time also to travel through water transport system. Okay. Now, from Asian period only, our country is having trade with Southeast Asia, West Asia, China, Now we are reading about medieval period, right? You would have read about ancient period in class 6. So, from ancient period only, we are doing trade with these countries. Okay? And that was done through the sea route. Okay? So, for trading purpose only, these port towns were emerged. So, if you see who all settled here, so the workers, the artisans, right? Those people settled in the port towns. Also, the Arabs, foreigner traders from Arabs, Persian, Syrian, Christians, and Europeans. They all came and settled on the ports. Okay, as I told now, in India also they settled. They went and settled on the ports. In other countries also, the people came and settled on the ports so that they can avoid the long traveling. Right. So, if you see in India, there were many port towns. So, on the western coast, we were having on western coast, we were having Surat, Bharuch, Bharuch, Cambay, Supara, Dabhol, then Sandapur, then Bhatkar, then you have Calicut, and then you have Cochin. So these are some of the port towns basically we were having on the western coast. Do you know which is the western coast? Do you all study map? No, only just clicking the picture of the map and pasting it. Right? Understanding map is a very basic thing in history. Understood? Always keep the map in your brain. Okay? And paste the map of India and a world map at in your room. Understood? You all will paste map of India and a world map in your room. So that every time you can watch that and the things you can keep in mind. Understood? So these are the western coast. These are the port towns which we had on the western coast. Then we have some of the port town on the western coast, and that were basically Masulipatam, Sitgam, Sonargaon, and Chittagong. So these were the eastern coast, the port towns on eastern coast. Okay, so these were some of the port towns which emerged, and how they emerged, why they emerged, that I explained. Now I need to tell you about the eastern coast and western coast. So this is the west, this is the east, and this you have south when we talk about India. Then you have north here. These are the port areas. This Surat, Baruch, Kembe, Supala, Dabhol, Sandafur, then Bhatkal, Calicut, Cochin. From here it started until here it is on the western coast. These were Masulipatam, Satgaon, then you have the Sonargaon and Chittagong. These were on the eastern coast. Eastern coast is this, western coast is this. So don't only read eastern coast, western coast. Also keep in mind when eastern coast comes, that should be visualized. You should visualize that place. This is the eastern coast. When western coast come, okay, you should visualize. Okay, this is the western coast. When I tell north, south, you should understand this is the south. When I tell north, you should understand this is the north. Which places will come, which states will come in north. These everything you should keep in mind. Don't only write the things from the book and don't go behind the book every time. Understand the topics. Don't try to copy books. So we completed the Port Town, Temple Town, Commercial Town. In Commercial Town, Port Town completed. Is there any problem anyone? Till here? Any problem? I need homework to be done properly in your own language. I don't need the bookish language in front of me. Understood? I don't want the bookish language in front of me. And if you are good enough to understand the book, book is with you. Just read the book. Why teachers are needed then? We only have 4 minutes. Okay, so in 4 minutes, one more topic I can cover. A small one, small introduction can be given. Our next topic is a network of small towns. A network of small towns. Okay, so this is the basically topic which we will cover. Okay, in our next chapter. Now listen. As we are discussing about the towns, okay, but do you think this town suddenly came into existence? Suddenly they emerged? No. These towns were basically small towns earlier. Then they were basically village, right? So like this, these places which we are talking about, these places, and we also discussed how they emerged, right? Earlier these places were simple villages, but slowly and gradually they emerged in big towns, right? And there was various reasons. Some were having temples, some were the port cities, so like that. Now if you see, when we compare the villages of early time and villages of now, then also in that also we will find some difference. Like suppose if I am giving the example of my village, like in my village when I was there, no electricity was there. When I was small and I went to my village, there was no electricity. Roads were not there in proper condition. But now when I visit my village, what I see, we have electricity there. Okay, electricity is there. Now the people are having television. Earlier what was happening, one television was there at some house. All the village people, they used to go and they used to sit there and they used to watch grandmother. These kind of things. That in villages earlier only one house was having a TV, and all the other people used to go there and they used to watch that TV. But now when I go to my village, what I see that yes, most of the villages have, most of the village houses, they are having television at their home. They have electricity. Mobile phones are there with them. So like this, if you see, there is development, right? So the same way, the towns which emerged in the medieval period, they also not emerged in suddenly, slowly and gradually they emerged. Okay. Gankita is telling it happened at my home. So yes, I also have seen at my village earlier, but now everyone is having TV and no one is going to watch TV to others home. Okay. So quickly, what I want to make you understand, the large towns which emerged, they did not emerge suddenly. It took a lot of time, and slowly and gradually they emerged. So these large towns, they basically were small towns earlier. They were small towns earlier. And these small towns were basically the large villages. They were the large villages. And these large villages were the small villages. Okay. So here you can see basically what happened. There were small villages. These small villages developed in the large villages, and these large villages slowly developed in the small towns, and these small towns developed in the large towns. Okay. So if you see, it was not a magic. It happened in in a long time. Slowly and gradually it happened. Okay. And also it happened because of the development of market. Right? One person came and they constructed a temple over there, and from with that temple the people used to come, the other villagers, the people from other villages, small villages also used to come. Slowly and gradually it became large village, right? And that large village now was having slowly and gradually developing. So now it became small town, and from small town, when people used slowly and gradually came and money came there, economic activities happened there, it became a large town, right? And we will learn, we will go through we will discuss more stories, okay? But we need to end the class here only today, okay? So I am ending the class here. Thank you everyone, and we will discuss this topic again in our next class. And tomorrow you won't be having any SST or science class. Okay. SST class and science class will not be there tomorrow. So in that period you will have break. Okay.